Okay, at least the YouTube shows like the stream is live. Let's see, which there seems to have picked up. Let me remove this. Quite sure who's there. Somebody is at the door. We'll see. I'm giving them an auto find and activate, but not quite sure what is happening there. Yeah, okay. It's day 20 of 60, so let me also fix that quickly. Day 20, yes, docs, combined chat doc should be up on the screen. Let me just switch on the, not that, switch on the alert, so if anybody sees anything, I should be able to see. Today challenge. Let me just remove this source for a second. Remove source. Auto find and activate, and let's see if it adds on its own. Yeah, it did, but it still shows day 19. It should be showing day 20, not 19. Let me put in good morning, if it appears over there. Yeah, it does appear. Somehow it managed to figure out which chat I was at. That's good. Yeah, Mary Smith in the chat is asking me whether I'm doing thermodynamics at the moment. There is a basics of thermodynamics course over there. So if I go to my channel and put in good morning, it should actually show up on the screen now. Let's see how much time it takes. Yeah, it came in, and now yeah, there is a couple of seconds delay, but I think that's manageable. Meanwhile, I'll go and start studying as quickly as possible. So I have recovered from the self-inflicted uh, damage of yesterday, let's just say. So now, for now, my goal is to complete all the backlogs of the current affairs lectures, because that's what I haven't focused enough on it. It's behind. It needs to be caught up before the exam this weekend. There are not many classes left actually. I'm not too far behind on any of the classes actually, but still. Yeah, space tourism, black holes, these are the topics that I should probably have spent some time completing quickly. I think the more irritating portion is international relations, so I will just complete that lecture finally. Let me click IR class 2, IR class 1. Okay, now. Oh, did I just open an old PT365? I probably did. That's why there is some confusion. Yeah, 9 January 2025. I accidentally opened the class of previous year and I started doing current affairs of that. That's why. I had done the principal General Assembly thing. Last I checked, I had done half of this class. So let me just grab the notes of international relations instead of environment. I will finish off this class. It has ideally you should go from static to current affairs, but I am now an expert in this, so I'm going from. I'm not an expert. I just need to finish this quickly before the exam, because in the exam they focus a lot on current affairs. So that's what I'm currently trying to get out of the way, so I can focus more on static. For anybody who's listening, static is basically those parts of the syllabus that are just constantly important. Let's just say, for example, fundamental rights. There are no real important developments, but there will always be a question on fundamental rights. Similarly, let's just say in geography, there is always a question on what is an important, yeah, rivers, for example, location of rivers and the tributaries and which states they pass through. All those things, there is always a question, and that's why you should. These portions are what are considered as static, while in dynamic, it's only recent updates of 1 to 2 years that are considered to be important from the exam point of view. That's what we do in the dynamic portion. Okay, a little bit. Yeah, I think I can just try to jump directly to page number 50, but it won't let me. I'll just wait for it to load. I am currently on page number. This is where I am. UNGA I had done, UNSC I had done, group of friends I had done. Group of friends was about peacekeeping. Even escape I had done, CAD I had done. UN Global Supply Chain Forum. Fuel inflation, yeah. India, Japan, Brazil, Germany. These are the four countries who really want that P5 membership. Argentina, South Korea. Canada and Australia don't want India to be. Yeah, this is basically Karim Khan, the ICC prosecutor. Basically, there is ICC and there is ICJ. ICC was started by Rome Statute. ICJ is a principal organ established by UN UN Charter itself. Then ICC's headquarter is in Hague, Netherlands, while ICJ's headquarter is also in Hague, Netherlands, but it's specifically in the Peace Palace. Composition, I should probably look up where Hague, Netherlands is. Yeah, the Benelux countries, right? Just call them Navalix countries, that would be so much easier. I'll just draw a small map of Europe for it. And Yes.
आईसीजे का jurisdiction क्या है? मेंबर कंट्रीज होती है और आईसीसी का इसका jurisdiction how does it
Somebody seems to be in the chat. Let me
provide?
yeah, let me just. Where is the chat? Let me
For the final decision,
find where my chat is. Yeah. Good morning, Sebas. Sebas 1009. Welcome to the chat and good morning to you as well.
AW for the final.
Oh yeah, time zones, right? Then good night, I guess. But if you are spending it on Twitch, then is it really night for you? You are doing the morning or day activities during the night. So it's morning in spirit.
R
Are you able to hear some class sounds in the middle?
for the final decision, R AW
Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Try stopping by again if you can. It was nice to see someone in the chat for a change.
right now. More. Budget जैसे member discuss the main need favorite important politics organization. as far as was it 2023? So
IPSA.
obviously healthy continent kind of leadership us. Leaders definitely. Original.
Okay, so I have done bricks. I'll just take a short walk and continue on to ASEAN. These are these things I have done already. Just taking a walk because sitting in a place for a while makes your back hurt, makes my back hurt actually. You're probably fine if you're chilling on Twitch. Stretching a little bit. Let me continue and do one more topic, then I will switch over to environment just to not get bored. Total is a declaration. These countries did try to, with these initiatives, this was basically supposed to be an alternative for World Bank, and this would be an alternative for IMF. Although it never really took off because the money power is not quite there, besides China, I guess, and China has their own plans.
Yeah.
Southeast Asia. Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam. Vietnam. You know, it's sad that Wong is not here today. He probably have some comments on this. Uh, Given he's from Philippines, they probably knows what's going on with the BRICS countries there. Sorry, ASEAN countries there.
You have a
Yeah, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, Singapore, Philippines, Timor Leste. Seems like I have somebody at the door. I'll just go and check. Give me 30 seconds. Let me mute the microphone also. Let me restart the video capture and sound. No, nobody was at the door. I'm a little bit uh, anticipating the delivery. That's why I have been thinking about that somebody is at the door from a while now. Anyway, I'll just continue doing Southeast Asia. Wong, if you're there in the chat, you can say hello because I am doing the organization that is important for your country.
Papua, Asia, Papua, Papua, South, member, relative, will divided up. What is the you have biggest island? Island,
Sumatra, Java, Bali, Borneo, Sulawesi.
Lahore,
Brunei. The three countries share this island.
then was seven.
Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore.
Asia, on the Cambodia, other countries. China is now.
4 PTO 42. Yeah, sure. There is a Discord link in the stream bio. If you want to join that, feel free to join. Although I'm a little bit inactive on it at the moment because my laptop is currently under repair and the password is in that laptop. Is that a bot generated message or are you actually here? It does feel like a bot generated message.
Regional one
Okay, that takes care of ASEAN as well.
ASEAN.
Unfortunately, missed the Wong missed me. Was studying for Southeast Asia a little bit. Would have found it entertaining if we were to join the stream. Not necessarily you'd sit there and watch me study, but still, it's just nice to have a person from that country which you are currently studying. Imagine having people from 200 countries in your chat. That must feel very cool. Like you can just name a country and people will say, yeah, I'm from that country. There are a lot of organizations to be done. There are currently 22 organizations in total in the document. Most of them I already know, but it gets a little bit irritating just to do organization after organization. So I'll stop and I will do some science and tech, because science and tech seems like a more light-hearted portion. Space and those things are very interesting when you start reading those. I'll just pick up science and tech and start doing that. Even environment is actually interesting to study, just because the teacher is a good teacher. It's not that these are bad teachers, but just you can tell how much interest he has in the subject, and it's just nice to study alongside, even though the subject can get a little bit very fact heavy at times. Anyway, I will just switch over to environment at this point. Let me go to PT365. PT365. If I go to environment here, no, I was not looking for environment, I was looking for science and tech. But okay, science and tech is somewhere. Yeah, I'm literally looking at science and tech and trying to find where science and tech is given in the website. It's sad. Okay, so I will open science and tech and do level 2, sorry, lecture 2. The Dell guys said that they will be contacting me within 24 or to 72 hours. I'm guessing it actually means they will be contacting me around 72 hours. It is 6 April is when I got the mail, and today is 8th of April. Thank you for taking the time to write to us. We are so sorry, and we'll contact you in next 24 to 42, 78 hours. Your experience is important. Waiting is not very helpful. Yeah, you're not doing yourself any favors with. I hope they can just resolve it. If I have no trouble with the PC, then I'm happy, even though it has taken so many days. I hope he covers nanotechnology before biotech, because biotech I've already done.
sound which is you see some inside of it produces some sound as the same as the material is full of the same frequency, motion. It was the difference will look like this. It will difference is more than the material, less than the problem. Also, last function. Last when they go about any object. An object is essentially measuring the distance, measuring the direction. This this one. Frequencies. This is what. No, it is one. Also happens in light. There is sound. There is light. There is a light towards an object.
Yeah, I'm getting a call. Just hold on for 30 seconds. Yeah, it's going great. I actually just mentioned you like 15-20 minutes ago. I was studying Philippines and ASEAN countries, the whole Indonesia, Malaysia, all those countries. Day is going great so far. Yesterday's test was kind of a wake up call that I need to study a lot more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where is IR? Yeah, this is the topic I just finished. Then I got bored of studying all those organizations, their headquarters, and important initiatives. So I started studying a little bit science and technology. Hopefully, that will be a little bit less annoying to remember. I should figure out a way to pin this window so it is always on top. I'm getting all the calls today. Hold on. Yeah, maybe you heard me talk about this before, but the laptop I initially got in order to stream and such broke down very badly. Now the Dell people are trying to fix it. So they keep calling, and if you miss the call, then they take another 86, 7, 8 hours to call again. Thankfully, it's still under warranty, so they are taking care of it by themselves and not asking me to pay extra money for just a laptop that functions. So, how is your day? I didn't ask. I've just been talking about random things and not asking you what you're doing. What's up?
What can be
Hello? Yeah, yeah. Sorry that took a lot of time. I hope you are still there. Even if you are not, I will continue. But it's a little bit irritating, man. How many days has this been going on? I have just been in contact with them. They're asking me to do the troubleshooting for such an expensive system every time. They talk about, let's just say, on-site support, and then they want you to go to the service center and deliver it there. And it's a high-end laptop too. It's not a small price that you have paid. And the service is like this. Then I asked him to just keep the system, and because it's fine if the system is under warranty. What happens if it starts breaking down after 2-3 months? Do I have the same issue then? It's not like I asked them to upgrade the RAM. They said the RAM was upgradable and he will upgrade it for me. He was actually going for 64 GB. I said 32 would be sufficient for me, and now they are saying the new RAM is what's causing all these issues. Well, if it's going to cause issues, then they shouldn't ask me to upgrade the RAM. Hopefully the microphone is now working. Stream, chat, everything is working, I hope.
Going further. Or is a related, bigger related. The source is everything else. When you know about internet, the place is some X. When you know why it should be getting this
Yeah, let me just check how much RAM is good. I think DCS is the only thing that needs a lot of RAM, right? I do wish I could check the performance and see how much of memory was being used, because Let's just, now they're asking me to downgrade to 16 GB and I'm wondering if the system will be slower. But so far I'm using this. I don't know how much the RAM is in this PC. I'll just check how much it is, and it's causing no issues, right? So maybe it will be fine there as well. About, yeah, so if I remember correctly, I just have to go to about your PC and then it will show me the rest of the things. It is 16 GB RAM in this PC. See, so this is a comparatively lower end PC. And, maybe I should just check how much the Zephyrus G16 costs in India. That's the point, right? Yeah, you have the store that actually sells you things, and Intel Core Ultra 9 185H, Nvidia 4070. This is the same specs and same price, and I'm getting OLED screen and I actually went with Dell because Dell is usually the more reliable from what I have seen, at least in India. But apparently not. Hello. Yeah, anyway, let me just continue doing science and tech instead of looking up laptops more.
Hence, we hence we left to the gospels. Left to as as
Yeah, sorry, I just forgot to put it on the screen. Give me a second.
as as a large because can you as large large because can use
Yeah, welcome back. The call is done now. They asked me to go to a service center and submit it. Like, you should have just asked me to do that weeks ago. So, how is your day so far? Yeah, but I hope it finally fixes it. They have this remote control center, remote support, right? They have been asking me to do things for them, like reinstall Windows and do this and do that, and I've done all of that, and now he's asking me to open the system and change the RAM. I said, you should be the one doing all these things now. So he said, just go and submit it to a center. How much is the temperature there? Because very hot seems a little relative to me. But I'm guessing since you are very near to the equator, it should be very hot for you. I don't know how far from the coast you live, but for me, heat is all right, but the humidity is not so much. That sounds a bit much. I'm wondering if you actually lived inside an oven, would you sweat, or would the sweat just vaporize because of the constant radiation? I think a cooker would probably be more sweaty
Because
since I'm studying science and technology.
as
Yeah, that's the part I really hate, the sweat. Heat I can still manage. I mean, I don't know how much temperature is there, but where I used to live for, let's just say, 4 or 5 years ago, the temperatures would go as high as 45 degrees in terms of Celsius. But the place was very dry, so at least we didn't sweat. Two baths in the morning, or I guess it's afternoon for you now, but still, not a big fan, personally. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have ever taken two baths in before noon, unless there is something goes very very wrong. But how much is the temperature there? Do you know?
also release.
Yes, meanwhile, I'll watch how auroras form. Just a quick explanation, hopefully, would be enough.
Also, these auroras
shoots plasma out into space. When it reaches Earth, the planet's magnetic field protects us from these harmful particles. But these particles do get funneled in at the north and south poles. When the electrons from these particles come in contact with oxygen and nitrogen, they transfer energy and it gets released as swirls of light called photons, giving you this stunning display. Auroras can occur on other planets too. One prominent world is Jupiter. Jupiter's intense magnetic field produces active auroras over 1,000 times brighter than our own. If you get a chance to see these lights out, sit back and enjoy one of the best natural spectacles of the night sky. For
Yeah,
the
I want to
latest
go
in
to Norway
space,
someday and watch these. This looks so
look
beautiful.
up with AccuWeather Astronomy. You never know what you'll see.
what is essentially about memories. These can become challenging. Is orbit on Earth. So we see the amount of space and launch major source. Major source one of the entities. This nature. That is going to be thing is that since right now so controlled things not have any problem. Low Earth orbits, low in the If it is yeah. This is a recent question here. Incident. Not from things. Any space is also problem. All debris can also sand like this.
Ah, sorry about that. I hope there was nobody in the chat. Usually the chat is empty, so I can cough away. But if someone was in the chat, their ears probably hurt now. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. It was just too loud.
These are the thing with very high. More than want to have these main sources that will example many lower stationary
I'll restart the microphone so I can continue talking as I do the space debris topic.
Here you have sometimes during the separation of the rock, part of the both leak out. Yes, here you did this. Here, many countries have all such. Sir, the scientists NASA is like future access density. So happen in the we have launched this thing into some ramp up that is one is thinking something unwell there is a probability of case reasons. SX does have this of entry into the atmosphere. This report immediately large pieces of data which can what ISRO does is they present with how space will use radar will use need to remember that also project later operate. Great. Please will last. Okay. Point only two factors. Always stop. That can monetary level better. Earthquakes, weekend, and regular volcanic eruption. Much of this is food. Many more will die. City. Yes, it happened in very fast. Very large. We find there is many more will die. Happened in very fast. USA. Large as we find greater to Mexico. We find greater. Any agencies leader here. Again, 0.1%, but it is very high to is that planetary level. So there is a difference. Two things which you can do here is
So anyway, the idea is
objects which are
something that is commonly seen in sci-fi movies, where there is an asteroid. Sci-fi movies or animated series everywhere. There is an asteroid coming towards Earth. What do you do? The first thing is you have to be aware of the asteroid, right? That's why there is this idea of understanding that space situational awareness missions are there. There is a DART mission is there. India itself is going to study the Apophis asteroid that is 32,000 kilometers away. So it is a near Earth object. It is one of the most hazardous asteroids that can impact the Earth. There are billions of comets and asteroids in the system, but mostly they don't really hurt the Earth in any way. But if an asteroid comes too close, then we classify it as an EO and keep particular watch on where its direction goes. As far as Apophis itself is considered, Apophis will not be causing any apocalypse. Yeah, Apophis will not cause any problems to India, not just India, the entire world. But we'll still be studying it just to understand a bit more about asteroids. But that brings us to the larger topic of planetary defense. That is, asteroid, comet, whatever comes to Earth, we should be ready. And the idea there is, if the near Earth object's path intercepts with Earth's orbit, then you should, depending on how big it is, what impacts it will be felt. We can try to change its orbit or something like that. So we have several missions that are actually taking care of this. at least trying to take care of this. First is DART mission. They basically, it is a specifically built for to deflect asteroids that are coming towards Earth. Then come similarly, there is OSIRIS Apophis. It is NASA's mission that is built for OSIRIS Apex, that is studying Apophis that we just mentioned. Then Rapid Ramses mission by European Space Agency, an International Asteroid Warning Network. Then NEO Coordination Center. NEO Coordination Center by ESA, that is Near Earth Orbit Coordination Center. So basically, these are the space missions you need to. These are there is DART mission, there is OSIRIS Apex mission, then there is Ramses mission. All of these are trying to study. The two of them are trying to study Apophis. The first one is going for going to try and deflect any asteroids if they come our way, and there is a new coordination center by European Space Agency. So overall, these 4 or 5 missions are important, and that's it when it comes to global planetary space defense networks. Yes. Yeah, what is next for me? I think there are like 50 key missions in use, there are telescopes in use, there are key terms in use, there are other important news. There is Van Allen radiation belt, pi reconnaissance. Yeah, I think I can finish this very quickly.
The orbit is first is new, second is but it will be a lot of more than images. And this that those objects this computer will launch NASA had so I said, about this. Here is this direct this hitting with small also know about this is a very so rising this special mentioned earlier. Physical load simply your size due to the back to more than one marker. Position of the purpose of the moment in detail. So that's what nature. In detail. So that in detail. So that so that's what nature. Maybe taking mission humans probably very ambitious. Ambitious. Goals of the provides no H0. So these are some of the Europa is particular. Europa has more amount of that Europa sir. No water is and as far as Europa sir. Europa flavor is to accept no varieties. If there is remember very initial a lot of amazing orbit not be able to do how it's to do mood of the environment. The region is cooler, is relaxed. is mission. Move debris. Yes.
Yeah, it's about noisy something. Keep yours on streamboot.com. Thank you, bot. I will keep that in mind, although I'm currently not looking for a lot of cheap viewers. I'm looking for good viewers. This is something I'm just used to saying now, just for fun.
Is mission. Move debris in. Orbiting.
So basically, RISE mission is remove debris in orbit servicing. That is, you will just refueling, refurbish, and reassemble the satellite in orbit. So you can dock and control orbit of geostationary satellites, so that there is very little or debris is left afterwards. That's the point. I think I can see a future where there is a large spaceship which can maybe magnetically collect all these satellites, all the debris, and be able to just take care of all, just clean up the upper atmosphere, right? Low Earth orbit and all those highly populated orbits should get cleaned up soon. That is RISE mission, remove debris in orbit servicing. Yeah, there are some telescopes in use, there are key concepts in use, there is Rumi. Space is a big topic. I didn't quite expect it to be that big. I mean, I know space is big, but I didn't expect the topics to be that big.
It was. Space. There is located in Chile. All of this. Is in this group. In Chile. All of this. There are. Yes. There is located in Chile.
Yeah, or maybe I can just take a pause here. I'll go have lunch. Maybe I don't know if I can stream in the afternoon because I have to go and submit the Alienware laptop to its service center. Hopefully, they can change the RAM or just reduce it to the base configuration and figure out if it's working or not. Let's hope it does. Other than that, there is just nothing much more to be said at the moment. I will just continue studying. Hopefully, I'll be back soon enough to start the stream again and study more. But let's see how it goes. I'll actually also try to do some other banking stuff today. I might also try to take an appointment for some government documentation things that are pending. I also have to fill the form of my exam, another exam that I'm currently giving. So there are a lot of tasks that are pending. So I'm not sure if I'll stream in the afternoon, but I'm glad things got off to a reasonable start in the morning. It has been 2.5 hours of stream. I think I studied at least 1.5 hour out of that. I'm just being a little bit stingy with the estimate because I was a little bit slow in terms of how much I have the quality of study as well, quality or speed should I say. But I have studied quite a few topics today. So in the afternoon I will do some more. If you are in the chat, do say hello. It's nice to see people sometimes. And that's it for now. See you soon. Hopefully within 2 hours, but maybe I might take some more time. Let's see. Okay, ending the stream now. Bye bye, people.